Hey guys, today's Thursday, November the 16th of 2023. We're going to go over the energy, metals, and the dollar. Without any further delay, let's get into it. This is uranium futures. As you can see right here, this is the high that we need to take out, 74.65. We got to bounce off the supply zone, the bear camp, but didn't really take out this high. So keep it on watch. We're entering the 7-year cycle. Let's see what's going to happen here. We're going to continue grinding higher, sideways now, or turn. Looking at coal, coal hasn't really done much. I was looking to see if we could probably test these highs over here for 145, but it hasn't even taken out the lows. Just pretty much going sideways in regards to coal. Let's go into crude. Selling off right now. Could it probably retest this 50% level of 68.50? Is very possible. MACDs are negative, SOAPs negative, daily. Our low right now is 74.94, and it could possibly go lower. So not a good trade to go long as of right now, not yet. Maybe once it gets here, maybe let's reconsider. RBOB losing Momo also. I mean, there's this level right here of 202 and this pivot of 225. So far, it's failed. But the MACD is just kind of sideways. And there's like a lot of back and forth here. PPS buy signal, dead cat bounce back in. So that's the price action. And looks like the MACD just turned negative on today's. But, it all depends on the close. Natural gas, we got a PPS sell signal of last week, and the MACD is very toppy, back and forth, very choppy, telling me that there's a possibility that there could be a turning point to the downside, because it has been in this upper range for like a couple of months, and it's just been sideways to a little higher. But that all depends, that could change with the winter. How cold is it going to be and all that? Right now we got a PPS buy signal on the daily MACD, but you got to be careful. At least you got to at least close above 327 in order for, and wait for maybe a pullback. And if it could close above 327, you had a fighting chance to test. Probably going to test 332 and 347. If it could close above that, then obviously 364. But very dangerous when it's within the mobile bands. Heating oil, same thing. It's just been back and forth. Now it's above this pivot of 284, fighting this trend line. PPS buy signal, but the trend is still negative. So you got mixed signals here. You got stuff that is positive, but in order for go along, you need to close at least above 290. Have a daily close above that, and then just watch out. You don't get a bull trap like this. What they did on RBOB. So there's a little thing you got to consider. Gold is the one I'm watching. Still in the mobile bands, but PPS MACD positive. No PPS buy signal yet on gold. We had it on the weekly here in the week of October the 16th. Still in the mobile band, so it's a lot of noise back and forth. We need to close above 1988 to test at least 2019 to have a fighting chance. If we could close above that to go to 2085. So far is there, but you have to watch the dollar. Silver now has a MACD, a PPS buy signal, positive MACD, positive PPS on the daily, and above the mobile band. So this is an example of when you're above the mobile band. So you're more on strength. What the issue is here is that you're chopping around a trend line. That every time you hit it or kiss it, you fail. So you got that red one, and then you got this green one that's coming from over here. So if you can at least close above $24, then you got a better chance of at least kissing or testing 25.42. But I wouldn't, I mean, if it was me, I would wait to at least close above 24 and then put a tight stop just in case they're going to do, a snapback. But here is very risky. it would have been good buying it down here, you know, or in this range. But we'll see. I like to see it at least if it could close above $24. Copper, interesting. Copper PPS buy signal on the weekly, fighting with the mobile bands, and you got this trend line. And MACD's positive, and on the daily, it's all looking good. You're fighting at least to try to close above 372. Once you do that, you're going to go back to and deal with this trend line, which you kind of failed over here. So let's see how that goes. Palladium, interesting, PPS buy signal, but you need to close if you're, you know, conservative. You want to wait at least to close above 1080, or at least from this pivot high over here, or low, which is 1087. Maybe it could be in this range, but you got to be careful because it could go up here, kiss it, and then make another leg lower. And you know, this is a thing where you're like catching a falling knife. So you got to be very cautious. Is the low in? I don't know, but I'm watching it, and I'm doing some analysis, and I'm still not, you know, I'm kind of 50-50. I don't know if the low is in or not. So I'm just watching some other stuff. So just be careful with that. Let's look at platinum real quick. Just a lot of noise. Selling, people buying, just back and forth. It's just range bound, and then you get this big, like big sell off, and then they buy it. So it's just back and forth. If you get at scalping, you can do platinum. Let's look at the dollar real quick. The dollar got a bounce here. I'm watching to see if the dollar could go up here. And if it fails anywhere here, that's where I'm going to go long on other inverse trade for the dollar. So I'm watching it here. I want to see at least if this holds. If it pulls back and if it holds, it's going up. Might put some pressure on the metals. But that would be like the last final turn here going into, late November, maybe early December, and I'm kind of seeing it maybe start turning down. How far? I don't know, but that's kind of like what I'm watching or what I'm thinking could probably happen, but I'm just speculating. Get a nice bounce and then snipe wherever there is this resistance that it's going to, here, or some other resistance level that I noticed that it's really good. And I think that's it. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to be working on a project, so I'm going to be incognito. So you probably won't hear from me for a couple of days, but this is my last little update. Hopefully when I come back and look at the markets again, I'll be monitoring it, but I won't be able to be posting videos. I'll be watching and just see how everything is developing. So when I get back, let's see how things have changed from today's video. Good trading, good success to you guys, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the dollar, energy, and the metal sector.